Let me ask you a question. What if something as simple as drinking just 1 cup a day could start lowering your blood sugar, restore insulin sensitivity, and even help your body reverse type 2 diabetes naturally? Sounds unbelievable, right? Because we've all been taught that diabetes management is about one thing only: medication and strict diet rules. But what if I told you science and centuries of traditional medicine are showing us another way? Today, I'm going to share with you a natural 1-cup recipe, backed by modern research and ancient wisdom, that uses just 3 common kitchen ingredients. This isn't a gimmick, and it isn't about drinking some exotic, overpriced supplement. This is about helping your body work the way it was designed to. This one drink can stabilize your blood sugar levels, calm the inflammation damaging your organs, and gently retrain your cells to respond to insulin again. And here's the kicker. It takes less than 10 minutes to prepare. Stay with me until the end, because I'll show you exactly how to make it, when to drink it for maximum effect, and the one important warning if you're already taking diabetes medication. Introduction. Hi, I'm Dr. ___, a board-certified physician with advanced training in functional medicine. My passion is helping people with diabetes, thyroid issues, and other chronic health conditions find natural ways to heal, not just manage symptoms. Right now, diabetes and prediabetes are exploding around the world. Nearly half of adults in some countries are on the road toward diabetes, and many don't even know it yet. The usual treatment plan: more medications, more insulin, and a lifetime of blood sugar roller coasters. Don't get me wrong, medications can save lives. But here's the truth: they don't address the root cause of the disease. That's why so many people are searching for natural, science-backed ways to heal. And this drink is one of my favorite tools because it works on both root causes of diabetes, not just the symptoms. Section 1. The root causes of diabetes. Now let's slow down and talk about something most people, and honestly, even many doctors, get wrong about diabetes. We've all heard the same story. Diabetes happens because you eat too much sugar, right? That's the message people hear over and over. But here's the truth. If it were really that simple, then cutting sugar completely would fix the problem. Yet I see patients all the time who give up desserts, soda, even fruit, and their blood sugar is still out of control. Why? Because diabetes is about much more than sugar. Let me explain. Root cause 1, insulin resistance. Your body has a hormone called insulin, made in the pancreas. Think of insulin as a key that unlocks your cells so glucose, sugar from your food, can move out of your blood and into your cells, where it's used for energy. Now, in diabetes, here's what goes wrong. The key insulin is still there, but the locks your cells have become rusty. They don't respond the way they should. This is what we call insulin resistance. It's like insulin is banging on the door saying, "Hey, let me in with this sugar," but the cells just ignore it. So instead of sugar being burned for fuel, it piles up in your bloodstream. That's why your blood sugar readings stay high, even if you're eating healthy. And here's the kicker. Insulin resistance often starts years, even decades, before you're officially diagnosed with diabetes, which means by the time your doctor says your blood sugar is high, your cells may have been ignoring insulin for a long time. Root cause 2, chronic inflammation. The second big driver is something most people never think about: inflammation. Inflammation is your body's defense system. A little bit is good. It heals cuts, fights off infections. But when inflammation is always turned on, it becomes destructive. In diabetes, inflammation targets the very organs that regulate blood sugar. It damages the liver, which normally stores and releases sugar in balance. It stresses the pancreas, so insulin production gets weaker over time. It affects your muscles and fat tissue, making them even more resistant to insulin. That's why so many people with diabetes don't just deal with high blood sugar. They're also struggling with fatty liver disease, low energy, or even brain fog. It's all connected through inflammation. So here's the real bottom line. Diabetes isn't simply about eating too much sugar. It's about your body losing its ability to use sugar properly because of insulin resistance and chronic inflammation. That's why the usual advice, just eat less sugar, often leaves people frustrated. You're addressing the symptom, not the root. And this is exactly where natural solutions, like the 1-cup recipe I'm about to share, come in. Because the ingredients aren't just lowering sugar in the moment, they're actively working on these two root causes. They make your cells sensitive to insulin again. They calm down the inflammation in your liver and pancreas. That's what makes this approach different, and why it actually works long-term. Section 2, the 3 super ingredients. Let's break down the science of this triple action drink. Ingredient 1, fenugreek seeds. These little golden seeds are packed with soluble fiber. Fiber slows down how fast sugar from your food enters your bloodstream. That means no more dangerous sugar spikes after meals. But that's not all. Research shows fenugreek actually stimulates your pancreatic beta cells, the cells that make insulin, helping them work more efficiently. It's been used for centuries in Ayurvedic medicine for exactly this reason. Ingredient 2, cinnamon. Cinnamon isn't just for flavor. This is one of the most studied spices for blood sugar balance. It improves insulin sensitivity at the cellular level. In other words, it helps those locked doors open again when insulin knocks. It also fights inflammation and oxidative stress, protecting your liver and pancreas from long-term damage. Ingredient 3, turmeric. Turmeric is the king of natural anti-inflammatories. Its active compound, curcumin, calms inflammation in your pancreas, gut, and liver, all critical players in blood sugar regulation. It also helps protect against long-term complications like neuropathy, kidney disease, and heart issues that are common in diabetes. Together, these 3 create a triple action effect. Fenugreek slows sugar absorption. Cinnamon restores insulin response. Turmeric lowers inflammation. That's why I call this drink one of the most powerful natural tools for diabetes management. Section 3, the recipe. Now let's get practical. Here's exactly how to make this at home. Ingredients: 1 tablespoon fenugreek seeds, soaked overnight in water. 1/2 teaspoon cinnamon powder. 1/2 teaspoon turmeric powder. 1 cup hot water. Steps: boil 1 cup of water. Add your soaked fenugreek seeds and let them simmer for 4 to 5 minutes. Turn off the heat, then stir in the cinnamon and turmeric. Let it cool slightly for 4 to 5 minutes, then strain. Sip it warm. That's it. Less than 10 minutes from start to finish. Section 4, how to drink it. When should you drink it for the best results? The ideal time is first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. That way, you're starting your day with stable blood sugar and improved insulin response. For even better results, you can have a 2nd cup before dinner. But here's my important caution. If you're already taking diabetes medication, you need to monitor your sugars closely. This drink can lower blood sugar naturally, and your doctor may need to adjust your dosage to prevent hypoglycemia. Section 5, lifestyle reminder. Now, before you rush off to the kitchen to make this drink every morning, I want to give you a reality check. Because here's the truth. No single food, herb, or drink can heal diabetes on its own. If you're drinking this cup faithfully but still living on processed carbs, never moving your body, and staying up until 2 a.m. scrolling your phone, you're not going to see the results you want. Think of this cup as a catalyst, not a cure. It sets your body up for healing, but the rest of your lifestyle either pushes that healing forward or pushes it backward. So, what does that mean in practical terms? Let me break it down into 3 simple, non-negotiable habits. 1. Eat smart, low-carb, high-fiber foods. When you reduce refined carbs and sugar, you stop constantly spiking your blood sugar. When you add more fiber, from vegetables, chia seeds, flax, and legumes, you slow down how fast glucose enters your blood. And here's the kicker. Fiber also feeds your gut bacteria, which play a huge role in blood sugar control and inflammation. So, every plate you eat should have 1 big portion of colorful, non-starchy vegetables, a good source of protein, and some healthy fat. If you're not sure where to start, even swapping your morning toast for eggs with spinach can make a huge difference. 2. Move your body, even a little. Exercise doesn't have to mean running marathons or joining a gym. Did you know that just a 10 to 15-minute walk after meals can cut your post-meal blood sugar spike by up to 30%? That's huge. Movement acts like a sponge, soaking up the sugar in your bloodstream and pulling it into your muscles for fuel. So start small, walk after lunch, take the stairs, do some light stretching. If you build consistency here, you'll notice more energy, less fatigue, and smoother glucose numbers. 3. Prioritize rest and stress control. This one shocks most people. Poor sleep and chronic stress raise your cortisol levels, and cortisol directly raises blood sugar, sometimes even more than food does. Think about it. If you're sleeping only 4 or 5 hours a night, your body is under constant stress. That stress tells your liver to dump sugar into your bloodstream to help you survive, even if you're not eating. That's why people with chronic stress often struggle with stubborn belly fat and wild sugar swings. So make sleep a priority. Aim for 7 to 9 hours. Create a relaxing bedtime routine. And for stress, practice deep breathing, meditation, or even just 10 minutes of quiet time every day. Put it all together, and here's the picture. This cup of fenugreek, cinnamon, and turmeric is like your daily reset button. But when you combine it with smarter eating, consistent movement, and good rest, you're giving your body the environment it needs to heal from the inside out. Remember, it's not about perfection. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. Start with a cup. Add 1 walk a day. Swap 1 processed meal for something whole. Layer these small wins, and you'll be amazed at the progress you see in a few weeks. So there you have it. 1 simple daily cup that can help balance blood sugar, restore insulin sensitivity, and calm inflammation naturally. Here's what I want you to do. Try this for 7 to 10 days straight. Pay attention to your energy levels, your cravings, even your blood sugar numbers if you're tracking them. Then come back and tell me in the comments what you noticed. If this video was helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with someone you love who's struggling with diabetes or prediabetes. These natural solutions should not be a secret. They should be common knowledge. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of your health, stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next one.